What's up, WEBTOON? I'm Mark. I am a illustrator and an American mangaka, and today we're going to be checking out a video by Karu, or Karu, right? Karu, titled "No One Is Watching Hell's Paradise." That's insane. Honestly, I don't think I've ever heard of Hell's Paradise. Now, in my defense, if it is a newer show, I have not been following a lot of the most recent anime that's been coming out, with the exception of maybe Chainsaw Man and some Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan. So I'm a little off on my game. Yeah. So what? You got a problem with it? Say something. I dare you. Exactly. But today we're going to be doing this video, learn a little bit more about Hell's Paradise and see if maybe it's worth watching. But apparently no one's watching it. Let's find out why.
Wow. Hey yo, holy shit.
I did not expect this video to start like this. I don't know. I've never seen a video by this guy, but my first impressions, wow.
I think I'm gonna like this show. Hell's Paradise is one of the newest additions to the season spring lineup, and I'm pretty excited about it. This anime is supposed to be the final piece to the mythical, almost legendary, critically acclaimed Dark Trio, which at first I thought was just a big trio, but shitter. But no, the Dark Trio is apparently comprised of shonen anime that got too fucked up and had one too many Adderalls and is now full-on edgelord yelling racial homophobic slurs in a Valorant line.
Say what now?
But wait, those are leaked pairs. And wouldn't you know, the studio picking up this last piece to the Millennium Puzzle, the final Infinity Stone, was none other than Mappa themselves.
Of course.
Hell's Paradise centers around this character called Gabimaru the Hollow.
So I was gonna say, I've seen this guy before, but you know what? If you've seen a lot of white anime protagonists, kinda looks like all of them.
The Hollow. Only 1 minute in and we're greeted with one of the coldest names in anime. And befitting of his cold-ass name is his cold-ass personality.
Okay.
As the name implies, Gabimaru the Hollow is a ruthless, cold-hearted shinobi from the town of Iwagakure. Think of him like a forgotten member of the Akatsuki.
Okay.
Except he actually didn't lose to Sakura.
Why you bullying me?
And while he was good at what he did, unaliving people, it was his betrayal to his village that landed him directly in the face of execution in the cruelest ways any psychopath would froth over. Want me to list them? I think you want me to list them. Beheading, a staple to many capital punishments all around the world, from Greece to Rome to France and England. I believe some might refer to this as a hood classic, burning on a stake. You know, that shit that they do to witches? Or I guess in that time, women. Boiling oil and even bull ripping. I don't think that's a real thing, but it sounds fucking gross and I've never squealed louder in my life clutching my nuts.
We need to talk about your ball.
Gabimaru is presented with all of these blood-churning, gut-wrenching options and lives through all of it. He's not your typical MC. And when all other options were exhausted, this very attractive woman, who's actually a super badass life deleter, is tasked with the job of killing the unkillable. Because while interrogating him, she noticed that despite him saying the edgiest things a 13-year-old listening to Billie Eilish could ever think of, he's secretly a little baby bitch and is all like, "Oh, I miss my wife. Oh, I love her so much. I'd do anything for her." Anyway, the very pretty woman Sagiri gives him an ultimatum. I kill you, or you help us find the elixir of life and get a full pardon. I don't know.
But I thought he survived all those executions, so how could she kill them? What kind of ability does she have?
I don't know about you, I just kill myself. But Gabimaru is actually rational and decides to help her in order to get the pardon and go back to his wife. Little does he know that the place they're going to is literally hell on earth and that he has to compete against other lunatics vying for the same freedom. By now you should realize that the premise of Hell's Paradise is a battle royale. And like every battle royale show I've watched, aka Blue Lock and nothing else, fuck Future Diaries, that show's garbage. It has a heavy emphasis on its characters. And for Hell's Paradise, it's the anime's strong suit. Not only do we follow the path taken by Gabimaru and Sagiri, oh yeah, they're together because every criminal has to have an executioner with them, but also the path of every single murderer on the island. And so it's kind of like that thing where everyone's a bad guy, so no one's really a bad guy. Everyone has their own unique...
You know what they tend to do with those kind of shows where everyone's a bad guy? It's like everyone has the premise of a bad guy, but then when you meet him, you're like, you know, he's not really that bad. He's, you know, He's a nice guy. He just got into a little bit of trouble. They tend to do stuff like that.
Backstories, motives, and assets that any and every person you ask who watched or read this series will have a pretty good chance of having a completely different favorite to yours. It's very fun for me because you'll soon find that the characters will initially be separated on their own in this ginormous ass island, and this is intentional. It's supposed to give you enough time to get to know every single one of them, and when they inevitably have to make contact with one another, a whole new dynamic is introduced, and it allows the entire series to stay very fresh all the time. Simultaneously, that also means that anything can happen at any given moment. Don't think for a second that just because you like or hate a certain character that they'll stick around for long. Yuji Kaku, the author of Hell's Paradise, has a pretty fucked up way of just killing people for the sake of it. Makes sense because he was the assistant to Chainsaw Man's Tatsuki Fujimoto, but fuck me, that still gets me every time. With
What
only
is happening
127
there?
chapters to its name, no one is safe in Hell's Paradise. Anyone could be the next victim.
Oh, I have heard of this, but when it was a manga. Okay, I do remember.
27 chapters to its name, no one is safe in Hell's Paradise. Anyone could be the next victim, and I love the suspense that brings. To think of and see the different pairings and interactions some characters have with each other is what I believe to be the heart that keeps this series pounding. But if the characters are the heart and soul, then the setting is the vessel, the body that holds everything intact. What do I
Animation
mean
looks
by those
beautiful.
pompous over-the-top metaphors? Let me dumb it down for you. The world is beautiful. If this is supposed to be hell, then I must be in purgatory, because this shit don't exist where I'm from. There's a certain level of calm when you first enter the island. You think to yourself, hey, this ain't half bad. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. While you're being swept in awe by the jaw-dropping landscape, you barely notice that a butterfly with some ugly dude's face latches onto you, and all of a sudden you have to cut your hand off. Fuck. I really needed that though. These are just one of the many mysteries that lie within Hell's Paradise, and as the series slowly progresses, week after week, so do the mysteries start to unravel. Where did these monsters come from? Are they religious deities? Why is this thing so fucking ugly? Questions that I ask myself when watching Wrecker of Ragnarok. Oh yeah, in Hell's Paradise too. It really makes you feel that the world is its own living, breathing ecosystem, and very few anime have made me realize that. Made in Abyss, Beastars, Dorohedoro, anime that have put as much emphasis on its world as they do with its characters. While it's not exactly as immersive as these anime, I like to think that it's pretty close. Now, I'm saying all of this after reading ahead a little bit because I wanted to make this video, so I really hope that the anime shows that same level of depth. There was always an air of doubt floating around among the fanbase as to how much MAPPA would actually give a shit, given that they took on literally every anime ever.
Yeah, you would think at some point they would slip up or not put as much effort into something because they've been simultaneously animating some of these shows.
So far, it's been pretty good. The visuals are stunning, the fights are fluid. There's this one scene where Gabimaru is fighting this gigantic ogre gorilla of a man, and mid-conversation, this shit just gets fucking rocked. Zia! Ee! Bah! Muraha! Ka! But then in the next panel, he's literally unscathed. And then he proceeds to lift the dude 6 meters up in the air using the stick as leverage, does a fucking backflip off the ground and Kurt thumps him straight to the guy's gut. Bottom line, you won't be disappointed with what you're getting from this anime, or manga if you choose to consume that. I just feel like not a lot of people are talking about this anime as compared to something like Chainsaw Man when it first dropped. And that just leaves Hell's Paradise release to be a little less impactful than what was initially anticipated. Either way, give it a try and enjoy your time with it. I know I will. And while you're at it, you can go ahead.
Alright, so that was No One's Watching Hell's Paradise by Karu. Okay, so I like what I saw actually. I like what I saw a lot actually. Now he did mention The Future Diary, and I had a very hard time with that anime. I did finish it, yes. It's probably the only other battle royale anime that I've seen. Oh, maybe is Tomodachi Game? Does that count as a battle royale anime? Anyway, I've seen that as well. Yeah, this looks really dope. This looks really interesting. I'm assuming there's probably one season, probably 12 episodes, something like that. I'm gonna give this a shot. If you have given it a shot, let me know what you think about it. And if you think Hell's Paradise is worth watching, I might even consider reading the manga, because I remember the manga had a pretty decent amount of hype. Maybe not the anime. If you guys want to see any more reactions, click here, click there. I'm Mark. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.